Adding and subtracting positive and negative numbers. Number 21. Negative 11 minus 8 plus 1 minus a negative 6. If there are two symbols sitting next to each other, use your rules to change those symbols. So now it should say negative 11 minus 8 plus 1 plus 6. Add 8, 1, and 6 together. And then do subtraction. Minus 11 minus 15. And you should get negative 26. Remember your rules. Positive and a positive equal a positive. Negative and negative equal a positive. Negative and positive equal a negative. And this for adding and subtracting is when they are next to each other. So only when they sit next to each other, not when they are in the equation. Percent word problems. When working with percent word problems, you're solving an equation, and the equation that you use is percent equals percentage divided by base. If you think about this as a test score, the base is how many you could have scored or how many are possible. The percentage is the number you got right. And if you divide those two, you get your percent. So in this problem, the other thing you need to remember is base is usually represented by the of word. Percent is represented with the percent sign, and percentage is represented with the word is. So if we know the of and the is, we're trying to find percent. So we would take the of and put it as the base, so 137.4, and we would make our percentage the is on the top, and we equal that to x. Obviously we're trying to solve for x, so we take 96 and divide it by 137.4. On the calculator we get 0.69868. To show it as a percent, we have to move our decimal place 2 places, so it would be 69.868. And we are going to round the nearest tenth, so it's 69.9%. Multi-step equations. We do the same thing we do when we simplify and solve one-step equations. So first thing you want to do is find the side you're going to work on, and remember we always choose the side with the x, and then we simplify that. So 4x plus 6 plus 3. We put our apples together and our oranges together. So if we consider oranges to be x's and apples to be numbers, we put our apples and our oranges. So 6 plus 3 is 9. And then we only have one orange, so it's still 4x plus 9 equals 17. Now we can solve with one step by looking at the x side. And the first thing we want to do is get rid of the number. So we would do the opposite of what we are doing, which we are adding. So the opposite is subtracting. So we subtract 9 and subtract 9 from the other side. So we have 4x equals 8. That doesn't solve it because we still don't have x by itself. So we look at the x side and we know we're doing multiplication. So we do the opposite of that, which is division. So we divide by 4 and divide by 4, which gives us x equals 2. We then take this and we plug it back in up here. So we have 4 times 2 plus 6 plus 3 equals 17. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 6 is 14, plus 3 is 17. So 17 is equal to 17, that means x equals 2.